What's up, everybody? I'm actually really excited about this. This is our first nerdy cantina. If any of you have seen Life and Lore streams that we do, where we just deep dive a character, we're gonna expand it and just all things Star Wars. We're just gonna start talking about it. Eventually, we're gonna get away from the really boring StreamYard intros and stuff like that. Fun stuff. Pretty much everything's on the table here. We just have a few rules. We don't do news, rumors, or the sequels. Other than that, we have an open table, and everybody that comes on, we're just going to talk about whatever's getting us excited about Star Wars right now. Cash Money and I, behind the scenes, are just talking about, yeah, man, we just want to be excited about Star Wars. Simple as that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's say what's up to the chat, and then we're just gonna start geeking out. So glad you guys are here, Padawannabe and Cash Money. Padawannabe, your background, dude.
Yeah,
It's looking
it's
awesome.
nice, dude. I like it. I like it as well.
It's kind of what I had before. I did a stream with Green Lantern a while back about video games. So it's just kind of what's out. But I still need to finish the room, but it'll be cool.
Dude, it looks great. I love the Dreamcast. That's sweet.
That's good, man. Yeah.
That's sweet. But yeah, what's up, Cooper? How's it going? Is it? Let's see. I don't know if it's the future yet for you. New Zealand. Is it the future? Let me know, man. Moths and Dust. Great name. Howdy. How's it going? I saw you said you're just one Star Wars nerd because you can't perform mitosis, sadly, yet. Well, hello. Goggles and Gadgets. How's it going, man? Good to have you here. Leia Rose. How's it going? Aiden is actually going to, well, I won't say. He might be joining us later. I don't want to put him on the spot, but what's up, dude? How's it going? The missus is here. The little baby's napping and she's chilling with him. Matt Risman, hello there. Always good to have you here. The best mod around.
Yeah,
Sandman.
He's everywhere for sure.
Dude, how does Matt do it?
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes people might think he's a robot. I don't know. He was born in some special lab and he's just has these superpowers.
He's got that Harry Potter time turner.
Are we sure that Matt Risman isn't really just a bot?
That he might be.
I've seen his face, but AI is pretty good. Sandman, what's up? Avela, hello. I'll say your name right eventually. Yeah, let's get it going. You were born on Mount Tantus. That explains a lot.
Yeah, there you go.
That explains a lot. Well, for this, we have some things we can talk about. We have some cool things we're gonna try.
Right.
But what I wanted to start with for everybody here too, one thing we're gonna do in a little bit is we are going to attempt to watch the 2003 Clone Wars.
Oh.
And we're gonna watch it episode by episode. So if you've seen it on Disney Plus, you know it's like 2 episodes or 2 seasons or however they say it, you know. But when it first came out, it was not so. It was very short. But we'll get into it. But we're gonna try the old pause and talk, just because we want the YouTube overlords to be happy with us. So we're gonna try that. But before we get going, I had this question, and I'm curious what you guys think about this, and we can just do total open forum. I'm a big physical media guy. My wife and I love physical media. We have a lot of versions of Star Wars. We'll put it that way. VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, even digital, you know, with subscription services. But I'm curious, what are your guys' preferences for watching? Like, let's say you're going to watch something from the OT, right? Like, how would you prefer to watch that?
All right. Am I going first? You want to go first, Pata?
I can go first. Well, we've all seen it, the new versions. That's what's available. So if you don't have a hard copy, then you only know the new version. But myself, having grown up, and having all that physical media is really important to me, just because when digital media started and you could download songs or transfer digitally and you could still get a skip and not notice it. So that really sold me. Have to have the copies. So I do have somewhere, I don't know if I have them anymore, but I did have the original trilogy released on VHS. And then when it came out again, digitally restored, I think they released another one then before all the new footage came out in the theater. Because then they re-released them all again. You know, they re-released them in the theater, and you got to see them on the big screen for the first time, kind of, but had the new stuff, the new colors and the Jabba scene and Boba Fett and all that stuff.
Yep.
So, and then that came out on VHS. And then when DVDs got popular, that was kind of really the way to get hard copy, because VHS can degrade, you know, even if you store it. Don't put your VHSs in your garage or sheds or anything like that. You have to keep those in good, dry, secluded spots, because they will damage, you know, and old audio tapes too. So the DVD, the digital, I want the hard copy, and I try to keep it as good a shape as I can. But I want to have all of them, to be honest. As someone who grew up with it all, I miss the fact that I can't just see the original, even with the filmy grain, anytime. I wish I could just pop that into the VHS, but it doesn't transfer the same way with the VHS tapes, unless you can find somebody that makes something new.
100%. And Mrs. Two Star Wars nerds. I can't even say our name right. Mrs. Two Star Wars nerds. We love physical media, and this is even Goggles and Gadgets. I'm interested, chat too. Let us know. Like, what do you like? You know, this is not just you. I mean, if you want to lurk away. You can pretty much do whatever you want here. But let us know. Like, this is as much your nerdy cantina as it is ours. But Goggles and Gadgets, you'll say, I'll just say this: I don't do McClunky. Yeah, I think my favorite is actually a mix of the original and the first special edition. Oh, interesting. Okay, very cool.
Nice.
Because even for me, I'm gonna make that a ticker again across the bottom. It's driving me nuts. So large. Cash. Why don't you go before I go? I have some strong opinions about about it.
I need to have all these options. People who want less options, I feel they're just disappointing themselves. I grew up just like with PATA, with VHS. I grew up with CDs. I grew up with different stuff, from everything from, the Blu-rays and the DVDs, and I want all of it. So I don't mind digital media, but I want physical as well. And so when people are like, oh, we're going in an age where it's only digital, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Because then what happens is the walls come up, like basically the digital walls, and then it's stopping other people from having more options. I want to buy physical if I want to. I want to buy digital. I want those options, and I don't understand why people continue to want less options with this. It's all there. You want this so you can just have choices. Oh, I can buy this Star Wars DVD still, or I can buy this Blu-ray, or I can get this on digital, or I can stream this, but I want everything. I don't want to limit myself, especially just like PATA, and I'm sure you two Star Wars nerds, that the way you grew up, it's like, when you're given all this, don't take it away from us, just add on to it.
Yeah.
I kind of do that with the new stuff. I will buy, when I buy new copy, I will buy the copy that has the DVD and the Blu-ray and the digital. just so I have it all available to me. I don't have a Blu-ray player in every room, so but I basically every copy of this movie that's available, just so I can watch it whenever, however.
100%. And hello there, Daryl.
Hey, Daryl.
I saw you, Solonic. I gave you the little, the little
Good
wave.
to see you, Solonic.
Yeah, always good to see you, man. No, look at this. There's great ideas here. Physical is great because you can give it as a present. 100%. So true.
The gift card doesn't hold the same meaning.
No, it really doesn't.
Not at all.
My dad had a rule. It actually changed, but he had a rule where you couldn't give gift cards at Christmas. Everything had to be something like physical or an experience.
It's a good rule.
Yeah, my stepmom hated it. She was like, if what if they want to go to a restaurant, Anyway, but this is such a good point. If I've said it once, I'll say it 100 times. What happens if the Wi-Fi goes out?
Seriously.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so interesting because for me, we can, after this, we can even get into what version, we prefer. But when it comes to physical and digital, I like the convenience of digital, but if I can, I will digitize everything physical that I have, or at least find a digital copy of that version. And the man, the myth, the legend, Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, there
he is here. How's it going, man?
Oh my gosh. It's a side. I think I talked to this guy.
Some of that overpriced fast food. You know how it goes.
Yeah, go get that overpriced fast food, dude.
They didn't even give me what I wanted.
That's the worst.
That sucks, man.
So you gotta pull the dad where you pull past the drive-through or whatever, and you check the bag, or or you hit up your DoorDash and you be like, I am offended that you gave me the wrong stuff. I want.
Yeah, definitely.
And I always feel bad I did Postmates for a while, and it's sometimes most of the time it's the restaurants that they screw up.
Awful.
But yeah, so always tip your drivers unless they throw your food or something. But anyway, a thought I have is on two fronts. I don't remember who. Somebody brought up McClunky, but it's interesting thinking people who saw the original trilogy in theaters and who saw the original trilogy on VHS before 97 knew that Han shot first. And then it transitions to
the special edition.
Greedo shot and he dodges, and then it just keeps transitioning, and then it's faster. Or I think actually he misses, right? Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
He misses, and then the next iteration, the Blu-rays where he dodges his head.
And he snaps his neck.
I don't know if you knew about this, man, but they asked Harrison Ford about this a few years ago on Reddit, and he basically said, "I don't give a sh."
Wow.
That's so surprising.
That's a typical Harrison Ford answer, though.
Yeah. And then it's why? So in Disney, and maybe it's we as much as I don't like Disney, George did a lot of that stuff. But it's George's. So he's one of the few filmmakers. He's actually the only one that I know that has done it that much, that has continued to change the story as it goes. But McClunky, I can't get behind. And it's what if you don't own any versions and McClunky's the one you have? Is it a deal breaker? No. But then for me, it transitions into you cannot buy a legal copy of The Mandalorian for physical media. You can't. It doesn't exist as far as I know. And season 7 of Clone Wars. Am I wrong, Padawan?
I have season 1 and 2 on DVD.
On DVD, really?
Are they?
I have not seen them.
Yeah, and I mean, I can talk about it real quick because I was kind of surprised.
Sure, dude.
When it was earlier this year, and I was like, "Oh, nuts!" they fired her. I better get a copy of these if I can, because they're gonna change it. They're gonna edit it. They're gonna cut her out and change it. So I managed to get a copy of Mandalorian season 1 and 2, as a box set.
Where'd
That's
you get
cool.
that?
Wow.
I looked online. I think it had to be Amazon, because that's what we
Okay.
use.
Oh.
So, but I do
Right.
have a copy
Wow.
of it.
Sweet. I'm
So,
interested if it
yeah.
was
Hmm.
I'm interested if it was like actually Disney or Lucasfilm, or if it was somebody who is like thinking like all of us here, most likely, and like we got to preserve this before.
Yeah, that I'm not sure of, but the quality of it, I don't notice anything.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Because
I'm looking at it. Oh, go ahead, man.
I was questioning it in the beginning because it was not a widely found thing. It was like you're scanning through, nobody's got it, and then we found a few different versions of it, so I grabbed it.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, like it's on Amazon.
Yeah,
What
I see it right now. It's this
And this
one
was, when was that stuff going on? February, March, I guess, early
What are we
this year.
talking about?
Mandalorian season 1 and 2, hard
on
copy.
DVD. Yep.
the craziness with Gina?
Gotcha.
Well, that's
Um,
awesome. I didn't know that, but you know, for me, I think to your point, even it's like, yeah, what if they start scrubbing things and they start changing it, you know? And
I fully thought that's what they were going to do. If things kept going that direction, I was like, they're going to change stuff that you're never going to get anywhere near what the original was.
mm-hmm.
This is interesting right here. What if in the future, I think what I'm going to try and what if in the future you have a physical collectible with a QR code underneath that gives you access to the movie stream? That would be cool. Some kind of like home theater system to where you can, like, the physical stuff you have, like there has to be a massive library. Like you could build stuff.
Well, don't they
watch it.
kind of have a
Yeah,
game that's like that?
They have that with the Blu-ray. Like you can buy the Blu-ray and you get the digital, and they give you a code, and then you can stream that.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we have. I like totally forgot about it. Do you guys remember this? It was like the Disney Movie Club. I don't even know if that's still a thing. Where it'd be like
somewhat.
Basically, it was one of these like that was like when it was like.
I was in the
remember
Disney
the
Book
back
Club.
of these like these magazines or whatever. Where it was like you circle. It's like, oh, pick 10 movies for 10 cents, you know, and you pay for shipping then monthly. So it was one of those things.
Yes, I remember that.
We got so many of those, the missus and I, and so many came, and you get more points to buy more movies. They get you addicted, and you know it's just a never-ending cycle. But
of course,
we have so many of them in our iTunes, because like you can put it right in. You know, we have Mac stuff, and you can put it right in, and it's on your iTunes library. I never watched stuff there, and you know, it was a couple months ago. I went and looked. I'm like, I totally forgot how much digital, because I put in a code for points and it linked, and it's all available.
Library.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say this is crazy because like saying in stock soon, just found it about the Mandalorian thing.
That's wild.
Yeah, the one I got, it's like if season 1 and 2 were sold separately, it's like a merging of the two covers, kind of, and he's standing right in the middle of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's one right here, Star Wars: The Mandalorian season 1 and 2 for $44.99. That's still in stock.
So that's probably what I got.
Oh, interesting. Now with Disney,
and it looks
Plus,
just
all
as
that
good
subscription media.
to me.
Disney
I don't,
stuff.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, that's super cool. What's up, Average? How's it going, man?
Oh,
Hey,
God.
I'm
just kidding.
I'm going to theorize within 5 minutes where I'm going to see George Lucas. I'll be a betting man. So, Aiden.
Yes.
Same question. When it comes to Star Wars, how would you prefer to watch it? We'll do this, and then we can kind of round robin after and talk about like what version, because there's all these different versions you can watch. But like, are you for Star Wars? I guess media in general. Are you interested in physical media and digital? Like, where do you go?
So I do own. Hold up. I do own most of the prequels and the original trilogy on DVD. Like I got Revenge of the Sith, and I have it on hold up, Blu-ray as well. But honestly, if I'm gonna watch Star Wars, I'm just gonna go on Disney Plus. So I'm not gonna fish out my DVDs and insert it in my PlayStation and then go through the whole process. So I'm just gonna go on Disney Plus and I'm gonna watch it there. And it's funny enough because me and Blue last night we watched The Phantom Menace, and we try to do use the group watch feature, which allows you to watch like invite people into your group and just watch the movie with friends. And couldn't work because it's not available on PlayStation. But just that idea is why I would just go on Disney Plus or like digital media and just watch it. But nothing does beat inserting the old DVD or the bonus disc and getting to see all the behind stuff, because you don't get that on Disney Plus or any of the other services. It's like episode 3
huge reason
comes with
why
the bonus disc. Bonus disc even has a Battlefront 2 demo on it.
Nice. Yeah, I actually have a sealed copy of Revenge of the Sith. Nice. So somebody didn't like a DVD, somebody didn't open it. I found it at Goodwill, and I want to. There's this guy on YouTube. I'm gonna try and get him on sometime. His name is Nathan P. Butler. He is on a mission to collect every single physical piece of Star Wars home video media.
Wow.
And he has it is insane what he has, like thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces. Some just super obscure that I'm like, I would never want. But I can purchase this on eBay, but I have kind of like a holy grail that I'm after.
Yeah.
And it's Revenge of the Sith on VHS. And it wasn't released, if I'm remembering like my Star Wars history right, it wasn't released on VHS in the States. It was somewhere else in Europe, I believe it was released on VHS. So that would be a really cool copy to have. But even if I just get some, I don't know, bootleg or whatever, like somebody just downgrades it and makes a custom cover or custom dust jacket and all that. That's something I really want, just so the OCD in me, so I can see Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, VHS. It drives me nuts. I feel like there's a hole in my heart when I don't see it there. I'm like, oh,
you would hate all the.
Do you own a VCR?
I do own a VCR. Yes. I have one of those. I need to get a new one because it's kind of shoddy, but one of those VCR DVD combos. And
cool.
I was trying to talk the missus into. Well, she said I can do it, but it's expensive. Getting a Laserdisc player and starting to get Laserdisc stuff.
Hope you got a lot of room.
Yeah, for real.
They take up more rooms than albums.
They're huge.
I remember when I was like 9, we had this TV that had the TVs that used to have the built-in VHS players.
Oh yeah.
I used to watch. We used to have one of those. It was a big TV too. But I remember that's what I had. So we had Phantom Menace on and the original Star Wars, and we had a DVD player and stuff too. But I don't remember owning the DVD for Phantom Menace because I just don't think my dad really liked it that much. We never really bothered to get it on DVD. My grandparents just had it lying around on VHS. I remember I put it in the VHS player and I got stuck in there and I couldn't get it out. And I was like probably like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And so like I don't know how it got stuck there, but by the time we finally got it out, it was just all like mangled and stuff. And I was so upset because I couldn't watch the Phantom Menace. Well, to me, I thought I could never watch the Phantom Menace again.
Yeah.
I think the missus actually got grounded because she watched Star Wars. Like she would like watch it and rewind, and it started to like Padawan be saying it was degrading the tape, and so if I'm remembering right,
I
I
have
think
some
she
more
actually got
VHS
grounded.
tapes.
She got grounded for rewinding the tapes.
Because she
Watching it
watched
too
it so
much.
much. Yes, yes, I did.
Wore it out.
She wore out the tape, and
Oh my
then
gosh.
we're trying to. I think she agreed to this. When she was grounded, she got the camcorder out, and she was like putting on the. I think it was a CD. I think I had the cassettes as a kid. She has the CD, the soundtrack, and she's like reenacting stuff, and she was trying to like from memory recreate the movie so then she could like watch herself act it out. I mean, it's total future YouTube star addict of Star Wars. Timothy Alenko, what's
Oh,
up? How's it going? Good to have you
It's
here,
the
man.
mustache man.
yes, it is.
Okay, so let's do this question, and then yeah, there's a few more things we can transition into. So just kind of on that same topic, when we are talking about physical and digital, when it comes to edition, if you could only watch one version of Star Wars, and I guess really the biggest changes and possible offenses, depending on point of view, is in the OT. But would you rather watch the theatrical cut, whether it's like the VHS, even though it's upgraded a little bit, or if it's like the Project 4K or the despecialized, but theatrical cut, special edition? I'll just kind of skip the DVD, but then the Blu-ray changes, or Disney Plus. And what's up, Sheev? How's it going, man? I feel like it's been a hot minute since you and I have seen each other.
Padme.
It's Padme. Wait, Timothy, I still don't have access to my channel, so I have to use this account? Dude, what happened? That's terrible.
Yeah, that is terrible.
I didn't know that. But yeah, so what? That's maybe a tough question. If you could only watch one edition moving forward, what would you choose?
I have a question because I'm curious about this.
Okay.
Did you still watch the theatrical version of the theatrical edition of Revenge of the Sith? So I don't think that's the DVD release. Like, can you watch the movie, like the theatrical cut? Because I know they changed like some very slight things from the theatrical cut to the DVD. I'm just curious if you can still watch that because apparently, I guess I didn't know this, but they changed Darth Vader's no scene around for the DVD cut. I've always wanted to see what the original one sounded like.
I actually have never looked into that. I've been on just a quest for like theatrical OT stuff. I didn't even. I think there's stuff maybe even in Attack of the Clones that was a little different, if I remember right.
Yeah, I want to see. I would like to see the theatrical cuts for the prequels and the originals, but if I had to choose, I'm going Disney Plus because it's 4K. I want to see my movies with perfect resolution. You know.
Okay.
Perfect resolution.
Even with McClunky.
Perfect quality. I never really was bothered by the McClunky because I never saw it in theaters or like was never really around for that whole thing. So like my first experience was kind of just the special editions, I guess. But I do remember though that they did. I do remember that they changed Obi-Wan's his like roar he does in A New Hope.
Yeah,
they did it like they changed it like 3 or 4 times. And I have a copy where it's different compared to the Blu-ray.
Yeah, there's quite a bit that's changed, and there's actually some really great videos where they've done full breakdowns on every little detail. You know, they're not obscure videos by any means. They're super popular, but it's some of the changes. You're like, why? Like, I don't know. Anyway,
this is the shit that keeps me up at night.
I'm glad you want 4K. So what about you? What about you guys? What would you prefer?
Blu-ray is usually just fine with me. I like Blu-ray. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff and I've just been fine with that quality. I don't need 4K like Aiden.
I like my 4K, Cash. Is that a problem?
Maybe. Just
I
don't
would
notice
say-
it that well. So.
I would say for sure the when they extended them,
Okay.
even with the stuff that may not look right or not fit right, but when they re-released the original trilogy, that's my version that I like as far as big differences go. But I don't know if I would notice all the minute things that they do when because I've seen all the movies in the theater on release, and then I don't know if I would have noticed going to the physical media something unless it was really big on some of the on the prequel series. When my brother and I were watching them, we might have looked at each other when we got the DVD and said, I don't remember him saying that or something like that. But I like the extended cuts for sure, just because
Okay.
it's more.
Yeah. And so those ones that came out in 97, that's what I grew up watching, like the gold. We actually just
The
got it.
gold
The
pack,
Matt Cave
yep.
sent it to us. It's super
Yeah.
cool because I had it. Kicking myself. I had like my dad's whole VHS collection he gave me, and I got rid of it all because I'm like, I don't want. I had it for years, and I'm like, it just takes up so much room. And then now I'm getting more into it. I'm like, dang it, I shouldn't have got rid of it. But yeah, I grew up watching that, and the missus grew up watching the like CBS Fox ones, those like I think there was some changes, but it wasn't theatrical, but it was pretty
TV
close.
edits.
I don't know if it was the TV edits, but
Oh,
it was definitely had some good change or some changes from the theatrical, but yeah, those always have a special place for me. But I think for me personally, I would have to say, and I don't want to be the like, maybe I am being a little facetious and like the hipster Star Wars guy. I want, like, if I had to choose one, it would be theatrical all day long. They're like, especially with some of the stuff, like I don't get the Greedo thing that is what it is, but yeah, for me, like I just love, since I didn't see the original in theaters, if I can like act, I guess, like I'm in theaters, like I'm watching a restoration and stuff, even with like some of the grain. There's some projects out there that have all the grain and like it doesn't look the best, but it's like, I don't know, it just feels pretty cool to me. And I don't know, I feel like that's for me maybe the truest for George, even though George made a lot of changes. It's kind of like the first thing he put out, and for me that's pretty cool.
I'd love if they released it both ways, because I like it getting extended versions of movies and you have the choice. Like it has the theatrical cut and the DVD release. I would love to be able to. That's why I would love to have those old copies still.
Now, correct me if I'm
we need an
wrong.
answer, George Lucas. While Aiden's talking, I need you to type your answer. Why McClunky?
Isn't the original VHS for A New Hope the theatrical cut?
Someone in the chat may correct me, but I don't believe it is. I think there are small changes. Nothing like crazy, but there were a few changes by the time it came out for
VHS.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to remember, because I own it on VHS. The tape doesn't work anymore because I don't know. My grandparents got it in like 1980, 79, whenever it came out on VHS, whenever it was first released on VHS. But I was always told that was the theatrical cut, but but I know that like the theatrical, like, isn't it illegal to watch the theatrical cut? Or like,
It's if you pay for it, yes, you have to own. I mean, the kind of the way around it with this is something I'm super into, but like with copyright laws, if you own it physically, you can own it digitally. And so if you're not paying for it, and you're just using like a file transfer service, like there's nothing wrong with that, because it's like you're just digitizing something you have, and it's a restoration project. But yeah,
Gotcha.
if you pay for it on eBay or Amazon or something, that's wrong. Like, because you're not supposed to sell it. But
well, if you just bought it to watch it, that's illegal.
yeah, welcome to America. Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah.
If it's on Amazon, then and if I buy it, I wouldn't think I was at fault for that. I think the guy who's selling it is at fault.
Yeah, and it's
economy.
more so on them, but yeah. Well, let's do this. We'll transition into something Padawannabe wanted to do, and we were gonna try and do this every week that he's on. And this will be cool because this can give us a lot of stuff to talk about. So at the top of the stream, we referenced the 2003 Clone Wars animated series, and Padawannabe will say it's not the Clone Wars, it's just Clone Wars.
Yes.
Clone Wars.
Yes.
I don't even think they called it 2D.
It was just called Clone Wars.
Now it's
It was
2D.
the animated series back then because the other series had not come out.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith hadn't come out.
Nope.
Why McClunky? The world may never know. That's awesome. But yeah, Padawannabe actually had a really cool idea to watch it as it was released in these like 3 to 4 minute episodes. It wasn't this whole hour long thing.
It wasn't 2 volumes. I remember because they would re-release them on Cartoon Network when the Clone Wars TV show was coming out. They would release all the shorts, and they were only like 3 minutes long.
Yeah,
it was horrible. Did you guys actually see it? You guys all got to see it after it was released, or did any of you actually watch it as it was released?
So I wasn't alive when the show first came out. I was born in 03. So I didn't get to. I wasn't there for it really.
That's no excuse.
Man,
you could have watched it like
that's
1
on
month
you,
old.
buddy. No.
Yeah, no, I know it's on me.
It's all on you, Aiden.
What about you, Cash?
If I remember, I watched it when it first came out, the shorts and I remember watching all that with my brother actually, because I've been around a while.
Yeah, the missus watched it live. I watched it live as well. I think the missus she was like into it, and like I don't remember if you had to like if it was like a schedule, but she was like every episode live. I did watch some live and I watched some on repeat, but sometimes I was confused because sometimes there would be like no dialogue, after like on Cartoon Network, like after the end, like maybe one of the 3-minute clips had minimal dialogue in one of them. And sometimes as a kid, I was like, what the heck? Like,
some of the episodes
in
very
order. Yeah. But, so anyway, what we will do, we're going to do the old Cash calls it the IGN method. We're going to watch, pause, talk. We're going to go through it. And even though it's only 3 minutes, YouTube just does not.
Hopefully it'll work out. YouTube won't be a pain in the whatever.
Yeah, and here the thing, waited a little bit to do this. And so if there's an invasion and an interruption, and all of a sudden we're gone, you know that it means that the mouse didn't like it.
struck us down.
And we'll cut it out, but at least for Nerdy Cantina we got a good portion in, so it's not like we started with it and lost. But the irony here is we own, obviously we have Disney Plus, but we own it on DVD as well, Volume 1 and Volume 2. But ironically, I'm using an upload to YouTube with over 1 million views, but you cannot. I put it through YouTube to test it and see, and it's like no one will be allowed to watch your video is what it told me. Which I'm like, then why is it on YouTube? But
Right. Seriously.
that's another man. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't like done some deep dive getting triggered talking about Disney Plus and Gina Carano and YouTube and physical media. Okay. So let's do this. Let's share this. Okay, so I will full screen this baby. Well, shoot. I'm gonna pull this off for a second. I don't remember. Okay, I did share audio. So let's see. Can you guys hear that?
Yes.
Yeah. You recognize
I
that
thought their
name?
framing and the whole episode was really, really good. All
Yeah.
the very dramatic, and of course, we all know the music does so much, but just the sweeping textures that I love the art of this and everything about this series. It was so good.
Oh yeah, dude, it's amazing, and I think there's like a few more seconds. I can't remember if there's anything super critical. Let's see.
Pretty much the end of the first episode, I think.
Yeah, because that was
white.
literally the end. Cool. Well, we chugged our way through it.
We did it.
And we're still here. So
you waited all day to watch that at home. Hopefully the digital video recorder worked for that 5-minute segment and programming wasn't off and cable didn't go out because you were at work or at school. And then you come home and hopefully it's there. You get to watch that. So we got 3.5, 4 minutes. Now you gotta wait till next week.
Yep. Or I remember, like, you remember, what was it, like channel 3 or whatever, channel 1, whatever channel would show everything, you know, like if you had cable and you had to wait and watch, and you're like, okay, you know, I got like 5 minutes until, you know, my channels come up that I'm interested in. And I remember like our cable company or whatever like wouldn't show that, so it would show like the show. So it's like there would be times I'm just like sitting waiting, and then it's on and I'm like, what is this? Like you know, like
because it literally came on at during that last commercial segment of that 2:30 show. And if you missed it, you missed it. I mean, there was nothing around that. But on Cartoon Network, you would see, like, if you could go into the guide, like you were saying, and go into the future, and you'd see it playing at like 11 p.m. on next Monday, you know. So it's like, oh, but I still got to wait 4 more days to see what happens.
Yeah. It's such a crazy time, man. And I miss that. There's times where I'm like, I wish I could go back, you know.
Some of that excitement, and then during the week they would probably be like, well, we're going to show this episode again at some point. Maybe it'll be at a weird time or something, but yeah.
That
was when they were realizing adults were watching cartoons.
Yeah.
They started putting them on later. Adult cartoons started showing up at like midnight. Robot Chicken emerges.
Right. And that's the thing, Pat. Like,
South Park.
Like, I don't understand. It's like, you know, people are like, oh, I just only care about this live action stuff. Okay. Live action movies, live action TV shows, fine. But you're missing out if you're not watching this animated stuff, especially if you want more background.
Yeah.
I think that's those people that would just watch the movies, and then the people that would, whoa, wait, there's a comic book I can read too?
Right, exactly. There's a book. There's a game.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah.
Yep.
And with this, future nerdy cantinas, I'm mixing up my names, will be longer. I'm actually going to start wrapping it down now. We have some stuff going on tonight, and I'm like, we are not rescheduling. We are getting this in. We are doing it. And what I'm excited for is, and and Aiden and Cash, if you guys came with a topic, if you can hold it till next week, I would love to give you guys the floor, because we'll be doing these longer, just like standard kind of streaming times plus. But this essentially, for those that were hanging out here, anybody watching the replay, essentially what we just want to do is just get excited about Star Wars again. And even though we touched some topics that, we can get maybe a little hot about, there's actually, you guys would maybe love this. Like, you guys know, I sent it out and I said it at the top. We're just avoiding news, rumors, and the sequels. That's just stuff I personally don't like. So we're just kind of like,
that's fine with me.
But I'm actually going to make an edit of Mace in this 2003 Clone Wars when he's fighting the super battle droids and he's using the Force and pushing them. So he's going to be like, it's going to say news and he's going to like push the news out of the way.
I'm
Drama,
so sorry.
rumors, sequels, or I think
Nice.
there's one where he's like going to town and it's going to be sequels.
That was
It's going to be
I'm back.
yeah. Oh, you're good, man. I was actually just saying that we're actually wrapping it up because we have some stuff tonight, so it's getting shorter tonight. But all the future ones we're going to do.
I'm sorry I was late, and I'm sorry I took a huge ass break for a second. I had to go take care of something.
You have failed us. For
I
the last
apologize.
time, Aiden. I'm just
But I had a great
You
time
have
being
failed
on.
the stream.
You're good, man. And hey, we got one person that says they like our format. Keep up the good work. Awesome. It's super
As
cool.
long as it's a G.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome stream. Thank you. And these guys are incredible. I bore myself if I'm alone, so I don't want to do it alone. Yeah, I love the stream. I'm glad the missus likes it. If she was like, hey,
Yeah.
we need
If
to-
she
we
didn't
need to
like
talk.
it, oh, yeah, it's gonna be bad.
You're
Yeah,
so unprofessional.
yeah, for real. But yeah,
That's all
we
for me.
we have. I'm excited about this because what I'm hoping, anybody who wants to be a part of it, in the Discord, if you're not in there, pop in there. There's a little thing you can fill out, not to be formal, just to help me remember. And the whole point would be like Padawan would be basically, bro, you got like 27 weeks essentially, just with this single thing, because you got all these episodes. And I know Aiden has cool stuff, Cash has cool stuff, and that's what I'm excited for. But yeah, these guys are the real ones right here. You guys are
Appreciate
awesome.
you. Thank you.
That's what we want.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice of you to say.
Well, everybody that's here, thank you so much for being here. This has been a lot of fun. First Nerdy Cantina didn't get pulled down. We did it. Awesome. Yeah. So I'm going to end the broadcast. I'm going to say thank you to these guys and I'm going to peace out. So this